awesome. Thank you very much for Riot Games for giving us the tournament server and all the teams access here so that we can do this stuff for you, because this observer mode really is really awesome. So I really do like that. And of course, Twiz, you know, you're streaming, you're commentating, you're keeping me company.
Captain
Otherwise, I think
Timo
I'd be
on
pretty
duty.
dry-throated by now, because, I mean, we've been at this for 9:15, you know, about an hour 15 minutes now. And, you know, just thanks again for coming on with me here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for the opportunity to do this with ESL. Still kind of new with League of Legends, like I said before. Not new with casting, just new with the role of analytical commentary. Definitely has not been something that I've done a lot in the past. Usually I'm that super hyped up, excited play-by-play guy talking about people smashing others' faces in and all of those goodies. Which is what you do, too, so we're just...
Oh man, I can't do Pax Jacks. I have the skin, WTF. But no, that's fine. We're not. I'm gonna be so good at this jungle jack, so you're not even gonna see me.
You've got it, man. You got what it takes. We now have.
The very best.
We've been pushing in and out of 12,000 viewers here, so it's been a pretty good turnout here for this, especially with the problems that we had last night as well as some stuff tonight. So pretty good. So did we have a switch up here for Counter Logic Gaming? I see Kobe in here. Who did we have before?
Yeah, we did have Double Lift in here as well as St. Vicious, and they're going to be actually rotated out here with the other CLG members. We are going to have Kobe, Hotshot, Chaucer, Big Fat LP, and Elements, and they have all now locked up. We do have everything going. Game number 2 of the National ESO Game of the Week, guys. Right now we're up 1-0 in terms of LowELO, and this game is about to get started here. So, Mr. Twiz, let's go over a little bit here on these summoner spells.
So I'll start taking very, very predictable summoner skills here as he's grabbing Clairvoyance and Flash. Ghost and Flash out of Rise. Chaucer picking up Cleanse and Flash. So he's wanting to make sure that he's not locked down by any of these stuns later on in the game. Also, if he gets pulled, he can cleanse out of that before the knock-up or after the knock-up and stuff like that, and blink and flash away. So that's kind of a safety net for him there. Gentleman at Shogath that we're seeing here with Ghost and Flash on that. Of course, their jungling Rammus is going to be taking Flash and Smite. And, well, you're Jackson. You've got the Eyes of God. So,
oh yeah,
that's what we see here. And now as we're looking at LE's team, of course, Amumu jungling, Smite and Flash again, Ghost and Flash out of Vladimir. Definitely escapability being a big concept with a lot of these summoner spells. Malphite taking Ignite and Ghost. Corki again with Flash and Ghost. Blitzcrank using the Clairvoyance for this team here, also taking Flash.
And then little Timo there with Revive. Oh, how cute.
Well, it's because if I die, I want to come back to life so I can look through my little telescope.
I was in a 1-versus-1 match. We were off by the towers defending them so that the middle towers, you know, and would all be, you know, nice and even, because if you lose a tower, there's that advantage system now. And I guess there was a big team fight going on. I didn't notice that I was losing health, and I died, and I actually had to cast through black and white for a whole 30 seconds. So, yeah. Don't do what I did and die. Yes. Because that's no bueno for your camera. It's like playing through old-time skills and all that. But no, we do have game number 2 here now. Started up. I do have Counter Logic Gaming are making their way very eagerly here to the front, and in front is going to be Cho'Gath. Hotshot GG leading the pack, and they're likely going to have to be very wary, because last time we started off this game, LowELO did do a successful jungle gank onto St. Vicious, which really put behind his jungling rotation. So I'm thinking they're going to have to definitely be a little bit smarter this one. They don't want to give up that advantage, especially 30 seconds into the game. And we're going to have everyone just bunch up. We're going to have to see where they want to go.
Yeah, they're being very passive here. Last time, though, they had a very they did not have near as strong of a First Blood team. And I think almost right now, and I could be wrong, and I'm sure I'll get corrected in IRC if I am, Counter Logic Gaming, I feel, has a much stronger First Blood team. Depending on the circumstance. And by that I mean as long as one of them doesn't get pulled away from Blitz early on, if they're attempting to defend or go for a blue buff. I feel that they have just a stronger head-on right now if they said, hey, we're going to fight CL Gaming. A little bit stronger here. And neither team really working towards their blue buffs. We see Counter Logic just being very, very passive in the bush here. And then we look up at LE, who, again, being pretty passive here. And I think I have a fail train again.
Yeah, I'll pick you up here, dude. But it does not look like we're going to have any kind of big blue... Well, hey, it's a Friday night. Shipment's got to get going to places. But yeah, we're not going to have any kind of big ganks going down. Does not look like any of those level 1 fights are going to be initiated. We do have Rammus not going to be starting out at blue just in case. As I did say, they really want to be a little bit more defensive. Not going to be starting out that blue. Rammus going to be starting at these wraiths instead. Already used his smite, I do believe, to take out that blue guy. And Chaucer's going to be taking mid here with Ezreal. It does look like they're going to be helping out Amumu a little bit over on the blue buff. So we do have actually a double lane going up top here for Counterlogic Gaming. We do have Ryze and Alistar. They're going to be taking on Vlad. So Vladimir, 2 versus 1. Not the best situation that he wants to be in. He might be able to get denied a little bit. You might want to mute your mic there, Fail Train. But we also have, that's going to leave Hotshot GG in the bottom lane to go 2v1 with Audacity Lucky on that Malphite and Blitzcrank there as well. And, dude, you can still hear that train. Mr. Twiz. I've been able to hear you the entire time.
I'm muted. I don't know what is up, man. I muted the mic and the stuff here, so I guess evidently it doesn't want me to mute. Fail Train pwns me. But what we're actually seeing here is a roaming Alistar. Right off the bat here. It's not a 2v1 up top. Why is this train still going by? It should be gone by now.
Terrible, man. Yeah, take a quick look at Rammus here. Kobe going to jump up here, or maybe not. Maybe he's going to go looking for that Amumu. Could have seen the early possible gank, but we do have the eye of the Disbeliever going down, as Kobe is going to have to be forced out of that. Could have been a very early first gank, but we also had Alistar swap there to the middle. As he did say, he's going to be a little bit roaming, and he looks like he's going to come down south to Hotshot, going to have to take on that robot and Rock Monster. Rammus does find Amumu, who's going to be crying and running away like a little girl, because that's what Amumu does, and he does it well. But I do think we did smite a golem there. I think that was Kobe that smited it, though. Pat?
Alright, can you hear me now? Yes, you can. Alright, train is gone. I had to mute everything. It should be good. So Alistar heading back down towards the bottom lane. Ryze trying to come up here, and he does catch Vladimir, and he's able to pop a couple skills off there, dropping Vladimir down to 2 bars of health. He's trying to get a little bit of that health back. But no, Corki comes from the middle lane, and now they've caught they've caught Ryze. And now Corki trying to chase after Ryze. Rammus here trying to attempt to help as well. Snare from Ryze onto Corki. Corki being pushed back out of this now. Again, another attempt for a first blood, and we do not see it.
Both teams taking very big precautions not to give up that first blood, because it is that coveted big motivational thing. First blood, you always want to be on your team, otherwise you might start getting a little, oh great, well we lost first blood, now it's over. I have actually seen games where people give up after the first blood, which is kind of ridiculous. But we do have a Blitzcrank. He's wanted up here to the mid. He was trying to cover mid while we did have Corki on his Wild Goose Chase trying to grab that kill onto Ryze. Now we also had Rammus there, but he didn't actually do anything to help out at all, which I thought was a little weird. He did a little bit of body blocking, a little bit of aggression, but I mean we knew that his bluff was definitely just that, a bluff. But it worked. They retreated. No kills going down. Rammus doing a great job in this jungle. He was able to steal that red buff from Amumu, which is actually not going to be that great for Amumu, because now he's minus a red buff. And Kobe doing a great job controlling this jungle. I wonder if he's going to go down here. Nah, of course not. He's going to be fine.
Yes, he does survive here. So let's give predictions early here, just based off of champions alone. Well, and I guess knowing which team's which. Who do you think right now has got the better chance of winning?
Well, I think it'll come down to how well we can recover out of this jungle, because we are now missing that red buff rotation for Amumu, and these junglers, they really do depend on these early red buffs to supplement their lack of movement skills. Although we do have that boots of speed there on Eclipse, who is that Amumu. But we also have this Blitzcrank up here. If this Blitzcrank can land some pretty decent hooks, we're going to see a bunch of collapses down on top of heroes, and I mean that's going to bring the pain. So if Ryze comes up too much closer, I think we're going to see a first blood.
Possibly. It all depends what we see GG doing here. We see Vladimir pushing over to that side, attempting to bait. Now they are coming out of here, but Rammus quickly responding to that, as he is actually on his way up there for a gank as well. Ryze very, very low on mana. Ramus flashing out of that fight. Vladimir being forced to use his puddles. He's backing out of there. Blitzcrank going for a pull, not able to get it. Rise just out of his reach here and was able to survive. So luckily, I mean, that's weird as Ramus goes to come up for a gank. Blitzcrank and everybody come out to gank as well, and nobody dies again.
6 minutes, 40 seconds, no deaths, just the way Counterlogic Gaming likes it. Well, nah, that's probably a lie. They could be up 40-0. I think I'd prefer that too. Big, heavy emphasis on this tri-lane that has now actually become a thing up in this top lane. It does look like big damage going down on this tower. Rise must be crying for help because Ramus did leave. He kind of assumed that we were going to see everyone just jump out of there, but Rise does have that ultimate ready to go, putting down some decent AoE damage. Now, as I did say, this Blitzcrank with his stuns and sorry, not his stuns, his grab and his pop-up could definitely be a big factor in getting off some of these ganks. It does look like they're going to leave him alone in that lane. Ramus not too concerned. He's going to take out mid here, cover it for a little bit while we do see Ezreal come back. We do have a lot of pressure in this bottom lane, though. Elements and Hotshot, they're going to be trying to put down some hurt here on this tower in retaliation, because I don't think we're going to actually have enough tower dive Audacity yet. He is going to be taking some spam. I think it'll be okay. Ezreal in the mid is going to be covering, as we do not see the Counterlogic Gaming mid. Chaucer has actually... that's not Chaucer, sorry. Corki has actually gone back to town.
Yes, Corki did be there. And again, at bottom lane, nobody's there. Hotshot pushing a little too close to that tower there sooner than the neutrals. And they're actually beating away at this tower now. We see Blitzcrank quickly trying to respond to this, moving from the top lane towards the bottom now. Ramus coming down, maybe going to help. Nope, he's going back as well here. Blitzcrank trying to run up there, possibly attempting to go for a pull. Nope. I thought he was going to hope to get up there just in time to try to grab a pull, but it doesn't happen.
No, we still see 8 minutes, 20 seconds, still very defensive. Right now, it does look like a race for the first tower. Nobody's really that far out of position or really being harassed to death that much. And Mumu's going to be grabbing his blue over in the jungle. We do have lots of wards going down. Again, early game, I think I've said this many times before, the two key factors of this game, movement speed and map control. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wards, no less than 6 wards down right now across the map over both teams. So, I mean, you can really see it right off the bat that we want to see these ganks coming in. We don't want them to be successful, and we want to try our best to get ours off instead.
Yes, that is what we are looking for. Blitzcrank, I don't know if he's trying to rotate. Yeah, he's trying to rotate to the middle. Both these guys have Dragon warded, as you can see here on my screen. Both teams with the ward there. So Ezreal is very, very aware of what's going on right now. And it's definitely, you can see him hugging the wall on this side over here. I don't know why he's coming around here. He may be putting himself into a really bad situation, as we see Blitzcrank trying to position himself for a pull. But he does back just in time to do it here.
Now, the thing with Corki, he does have that Valkyrie. He does also have those double movement summoner spells as well. I mean, Ezreal, again, another one of those heroes with that built-in flash. He also has himself that other flash as well as a cleanse. So he's very defensively built here, as he does not really want to be caught off guard as well. We do got some spam going on down south. Achu going to be taking some damage. We've got the heal coming out from Elements. He's going to have to wander off and away, but Audacity, lucky, he's going to be taking a little bit of the cover fire, and no kills going to be going down there. In fact, it might be in the mid, but you have a taunt there from Revis. A great flash getting out of the ultimate coming out from Chaucer. That would have likely been a kill, but the taunt preventing the flash. We did also have the ultimate come out there from Kobe, and it does seem that things are starting to heat up. People really want to get this kill going.
Yeah, so pushing for first blood, it's kind of something that you really, I mean, it shouldn't be really looked over. Not only does it give you that extra gold and stuff, it also is going to set the team morale and pace for the game. So if you're excited and pumped up about that first blood, it's definitely going to show throughout the gameplay of the game. I wish that I could see some kind of statistics on just how many teams lose after giving first blood compared to the ones that just win after gaining the first blood. So up in the top lane, we see Amumu coming up to the top to help out Vladimir as he uses his ultimate to jump right in there, and he's going to stun Rise. Ultimate from Vladimir onto Rise as well, and Rise using Flash to escape from that fight, and nothing going to happen here. He actually is going to come back and drop some burst damage on top of both of these guys, and they looked at it as a gank, but I think Rise did a little bit more damage there than what had been done. Blitzcrank now coming down here, looking for an opportunity to possibly grab a pool. I don't know. This bush is not warded, so Rise doesn't know what's going on. Blitzcrank attempting to run up here. No summoner spells up. but GG able to move just outside of where that pool was going to be.
And a little bit of good prediction going down there on the